Hornby's 00 gauge Terrier locomotive is a model with a high level of detail and a powerful motor. It's also very easy to fit a digital decoder to, and I will show you how. Today we will need a crosshead screwdriver and an R7150 6-pin locomotive decoder. However, it's always recommended to have a useful pair of tweezers and a locomotive cradle to hand. Before we start any digital fitting, it's always best to try your locomotive on an analog layout to ensure it runs as it should. That seems fine to me. We're ready to remove the body and install the decoder. You will need to remove the front NEM coupling socket from the locomotive. This reveals the 2 screws needed to enable the body to come off at the front and rear. Now carefully lift the chassis away from the body, ensuring that none of the 4 sandpipes are caught when you do so. Now it's time to remove the 6-pin blanking plug from the chassis. I would recommend holding the PCB board with your other hand to ensure that it remains secure. It's now time to fit the 6-pin decoder to our chassis. The decoder will have a white mark indicating the orange pin number 1, and this should be placed facing upwards into the decoder socket, with the orange wire to the right and front of the locomotive. At this point, I'd recommend giving the chassis a quick test on a digital layout to ensure it runs as it should. It's time to secure the decoder in place. The decoder folds up and over the socket, and I would recommend using a small piece of black or blue tack to hold it in place. The chassis is now ready to go back underneath the body. However, check those 4 sandpipes before replacing the chassis to ensure that they will not snag as you are carrying out the procedure. The decoder will sit at the front of the locomotive as per so, and it's time to put the chassis back in the body. Once the chassis is sitting correctly next to the body, just check those sandpipes one more time to ensure they're not snagging against the driving wheels. And now we're ready to put the screws and coupling back in place. These are located at the front and rear of the locomotive. And there we have it. It's time to carefully remove the loco from the cradle and give it one final test on a digital layout to ensure that it works as it should. And that's all there is to it. You've now fitted your Hornby Terrier with a digital decoder and it's ready for service on your layout.